Hola, amiguitos, preciosos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna do this in English, okay? But I might put some translation. So this live today is all about celebration, celebrating this decade of me moving to Tulum, but of me changing my life, of me following my dreams, following my heart. This is what I'm celebrating, because yesterday in the Temazcal, that's what I was going through, oh my God, I just need to honor this beautiful woman that I am, because fuck, it's a thing, Every time people say oh, but you're so brave, you change your life, etc. I'm like, really? I don't see that. But not because I don't see myself, just because I was able to make one step at a time that has brought me to be here. So what I want to do today is to honor that every step that I've taken. And I say this in my practices a lot. Let's honor who we are by honoring every decision that we've taken in our lives, no? Bueno, at the same time, they're doing some construction and I'm so fucking tired of waiting. So at the same time, I think this transformation that I've been through has helped me to develop the business that I have, which is doing experiences or retreats, the best ones. I'm gonna say why, right? Anyways, I would really like to start by saying that being a lawyer was something that I did because it sounded cool, because my dad wanted me to be a lawyer, because I wanted to do something meaningful. And my idea was that when I became a lawyer, I was going to be able to help people get divorced in a very peaceful way so that the kids wouldn't suffer. First of all, because that's the way that I went through my parents' divorce, but then also because I would see other friends really suffering because their parents were fighting. Yeah, so I was like, no, I want to help. I've always wanted to help. But what happened, when I started being a lawyer, I was like, ugh, I don't like this shit, So I dedicated my career to do patents and trademarks, which is something that I actually don't give a fuck about. But my office and the people in my office were amazing. So that's how I was able to hold 7 years of my life. But then also the idea of I'm convincing myself I already studied 6 years to be a lawyer. I'm not going to waste that time. I'm going to commit to be a partner in this law firm and blah, blah, blah. And then as time passed, there's a factor, an important factor. The first one is that I started practicing yoga, which I think it's super important, and meditation, right? An inner practice. But then also I feel like I was so depressed because I was not doing what I really wanted. So I got sick and people couldn't say what was wrong with me until a doctor said it's all in your head. And for me, the fact that he said it's all in your head, I had tests of everything and he was like, you're healthy, it's in your head. I was like, oh shit, if I can create this feeling with my head, then this means that I'm fucking powerful. I need to do something with it, right? And that's when I decided, it took me a year to decide to not only quit my office, but also break up with my boyfriend, that we were having a beautiful life, but then also break up with the whole life as I had it, the perfect house, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect family, the perfect friends, the perfect life, and everything it was so beautiful. I didn't quit because I didn't like it, but because there was a voice here inside of me that was saying you need to move, you need to go, you need to explore, life is way more than what you think it is. And if I go back, I can see the amount of fear that I was already acquiring through years. No, I don't swim in the ocean. Animals, I've always been animal lover, but still cockroaches or spiders or whatever, I was always a little scared. But then also fear of I need to have everything in control, so then I don't lose it, right? Which is something that a lot of us have, but life is so uncertain. But still, in my head, I was no, I need to control everything. which is so impossible, right? So anyways, all of this, I feel like they just allowed this voice to speak louder and louder and louder. And it was full year that I was listening to this voice, that I changed a few things. I became a health coach. I changed my diet. I was practicing yoga every day. I also was doing a practice of smoking cannabis by myself. And this helped me a lot because she's a master plant and she knows a lot. And she was very helpful. So when I was smoking, like, this voice came out stronger, like, you need to change your life, you need to do something different. With this, I don't want to criticize like people that work from 9 to 6, people that are very happy in their jobs. It's not about that. It's about I was not happy with what I was doing, right? So anyways, I moved to Tulum finally, and it all collapsed. Why? Because it's like I'm deciding to move to a new place and quit my life, which was so fucking perfect, right? So it's like I released the comfort zone. I left the comfort zone, and that's, well, not only scary, but it's also like going into the unknown. So a lot of things can happen, right? So I started realizing, like, okay, I don't know what life is bringing me, so I will have the best attitude as possible, you know, because if I don't have the best attitude as possible, then life will just like fucking slap my ass. I hope somebody slaps my ass soon. Oh, well. No, yes, I do, I hope. Bueno, anyways. So, you can do this right now for me. Bueno, so, this is the thing. I feel like the best lesson that I can have from this experience is simply that I followed my heart. And my heart took me to the void, to the unknown. And as much as it can be really scary, it's also very incredible, very transformative. Why? Because, I mean, when I arrived in Tulum, my life changed completely in so many ways. First and foremost, like, I realized the importance of nature in my life, in all our lives. Why? Because we're nature, just like that. But also, like, it really helped me in calming my nervous system down, but also in being able to appreciate and admire beauty way more. But then also in really feeling and tuning with different and deeper sensations that I've never experienced, just by loving her, you know, just by understanding that she's alive, like me, that everything here is alive, like us, you know. And we have the conqueror syndrome, no, el síndrome del conquistador, like, oh, life is for us humans. No, we're fucking coexisting, yeah? So with that, imagine just that, like, change of mindset from feeling like everything is for me into like, oh no, I'm creating an impact. We are all merging with each other. We are all creating an impact on each other. So what am I bringing out, you know? Bueno, another thing, I was raised by society thinking that women are my rivals, that I need to compare myself, that I need to bring them down so that I can be more of a woman. And when I arrived here, there were so many gorgeous, beautiful women that I wanted to be them all, no? Like Kata, she was my first love, Kata, this goddess, like, from Polonia, you know, so fucking beautiful. But she plays all these instruments in such a way, thanks to her, is that I started playing the harp. But also, she's so cute and sweet, but also she's a fucking warrior, you know, like, what? Like, oh, I started seeing all these women that are so powerful and so authentic and so into themselves that I was like, oh, wow, okay, I need to learn from this, you know? So I think leaving the comfort zone brings us into a very humbling situation or a very humbling experience, which I really recommend everybody to go through, because we get this like idea of like I know everything, and I know best, and I know what to tell you, you know. And then when we put ourselves out of the comfort zone, we realize that we know shit, and that the more I know, the less I know, but the more I want to know. And that's another thing that I learned here, like the curiosity of who I am, of not just Gloria, but like the human. Like, what the fuck with being a human? What's up with this body? What's up with my mind? Is it possible that I can fucking travel without leaving this body, but that then also I can make my life possible in a way where I can travel the world with this body also? Like, is this real? Like, is this possible? So, you know, leaving comfort zone opens fucking thousands of new doors. And that's incredible, right? So I still can say that it's also scary, and that it's also like very confronting, and that like really seeing myself and seeing a lot of parts of me that I was like, I don't like this part of me, you know? Well, but I do like this part of me, and I do like this other part of me, and I actually want to develop this part of me more, like being authentic, you know, like being this fucking woman that I am now. Like, yeah, it took a process for me to understand what is me, and what is me trying to be approved, and what is me trying to be my daddy's little girl, and what is me trying to be loved by everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy, because the reality is that the more authentic we are, the more attractive we are, the more magnetic we are, because we're all craving that authenticity. But not just that, because we're all one in a 8 billion people, so we're one in a 8 billion perspectives of life. And if I keep on following other people, then I will never find my magic. I will never find who I came to be. And so, yeah, all of this Tulum has shown me, right? But then I feel like also the fact that Tulum is, and used to be, and I mean still is, but like used to be more into the spiritual practices and temazcales and ceremonies and all of this. Just like I was so curious and so in awe of all of that I was like, no, I just need to go through this and this and this and this and that. And with that, yes, I found a lot of shadows, but I also found a lot of bliss, and I also found a lot of goodness and deliciousness in my life. So not just that, but like one of the things that I realized is that I love traveling, and I love life itself, and I love talking to people, and I'm super social, and I feel like I'm very good at creating incredible experiences, not just for me, but for other people. Like I started practicing with me, and now I feel like I've refined my travels and my experiences in such a way that I can easily have an amazing life or an amazing journey for 5 to 7 days, getting to know different places, but then also getting immersed in nature, giving myself what I need, which I feel like is the most important thing. So for me, it's not about getting to know all the places, but feeling happy, feeling fulfilled, feeling satisfied, plena, you know what I'm saying? Like plentitude, wherever I am. Even if I'm traveling for 7 days, I'm not gonna use the 7 days to get to know the place a lot. I'm gonna use it my morning for meditation, to go and watch the sunrise, to see where the nature places are, so that I can binge on her, because she's the best. So it's cool that during these 10 years, I stopped being a lawyer, even though I worked a little bit here and there as a lawyer here, but I started dedicating my life to not only being a yoga teacher, but to developing myself as a retreat facilitator. So I started being a retreat facilitator in 2015, but I started on the background. I started organizing the retreats, seeing transportation, what would people need. So basically like hospitality, right? And then there I realized, like, I love people. I love serving people. how am I gonna do so that my life is about serving people and I can earn money and abundance and millions through serving humanity, but then also through serving her by showing my example of love to humans, you know? And it all came little by little because I started first organizing retreats only on site, only for like groups. And then as time passed, I was able to organize my own retreats. And I was doing group retreats until COVID, which I do believe that COVID has been the best blessing that we all had, even though you cannot see it right now. If you think I'm crazy, it's because you cannot see the blessings right now. But it was a fucking incredible experience. So after, during COVID, Mexico was open because we're the best. So all the people from the States came down. And this woman, through my friend Pablo, this woman, Alicia, she has a website, a retreat website. And then Pablo recommended me to her. And that's how I started doing one-on-one retreats, one-on-one or couples retreats. And then the shit exploded and it was amazing. Because, okay, so one of my other jobs in the past is being a tour guide. Why? Because I love nature. So I know the perfect spots, but I also know when to go so that you don't see many tourists, the perfect time for the light, and when will be the best occasion, and I bring the best things for us to have an incredible experience. This is me. I'm your tour guide. Like, I was amazing as a tour guide, you know. But now, okay, if I can mix being a tour guide and showing nature to people that I love with transformational experiences that I share, but then also that other people from my colleagues and friends that also share, we can make an incredible transformative experience for you, right? Or for a couple, like, and that's how it all started. I mean, it all started since I was born, right? But like this idea of I'm gonna dedicate my life to do cool experiences. So I'm excited to tell you this story. And so what happens? The spaces that I create, the experiences that I do, are so fucking great for many reasons. The first one is that I am a cool girl. I like having fun. So we are gonna have fun. I'm easy and light, and I feel that transformation can happen either rolling on your shit and rolling on your trauma, or can also happen by cultivating joy and by cultivating cool things. So this is me. This is the kind of experience that you will get with me, even though I'm also super good to going into the shit with you and be like, oh mi amor, let's put some little shit here and there and then okay, now let's come out. Let's get cleansed and come out, you know? So I think that's very important. For me, the getting to know myself had to also go through a lot of darkness and a lot of like, okay, I'm also this. Because we're not that, we're not this if we're not that, right? We're both. But it can also come in a very light and loving way. So that's one thing. The second thing is that I have a deep love for nature. And this I'm going to share with you. So as I said, my experiences, the retreats that I do are so focused in the surroundings and so focused in nature. Why? Because to be honest, I feel like she's the one that does the work. She's the one that carries us and holds us, and with her energy, we tune into harmony, we tune into balance, we tune into who we truly are. So I don't know if you felt this. I mean, I can imagine that you've all felt like just being in front of the ocean and like, you know, and from being so stressed to chill. The thing is that as a society, we feel like this is only vacation. So I decided to make it my lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. And so this is what I'm sharing, you know. Every time I have an experience or a retreat, I make sure that we go through to places where the energy will allow us to discover new parts of us. This is beautiful. She's the main one. She's the main one. Well, the other thing is that the practices that I share are practices that I've been doing for over 10 years, and practices that I super believe in and that have helped me and help me every day to get out of the monkey mind, to get out of my depressive state into a state of joy and bliss and peace, and a state where possibilities are happening, a state where I feel confident and where I feel strong enough to make the move, to take the next step, to change my life, to break up with this person, to, you know, to move to Bali, to do all of these things that I'm doing. I do them when I'm feeling like really connected to my heart. And for me, it's not that we're disconnected, you know, I don't think that we're disconnected. I just feel like we're paying way more attention to the mind than to the heart, and they both need to be in line so that we can take coherent steps, right? In line to take coherent steps. So this is also something that we're going to do. The experiences that I do are so fucking incredible because I'm working with what you need, you know, I'm working with who you are currently and what are your dreams and what are your struggles right now, and we work on that. And I really love, because I have so much compassion but also so much empathy for the person, and normally I can tune not from here to here necessarily, or only not from here to here only, right? But because I'm allowing everything, then it's like the quantum field speaks, and then I will feel and you will feel what's the best for you, because I'm not saying what you need. We are discovering what you need through you, through your own experience. So that's something that I really appreciate about my practices and about the work that I do, that it's not me saying, oh, you need to do this and that. It's not like, oh, okay, so let's use your intelligence, let's use your soul and your purpose so that you can say and see what you need and what you want. You are the powerful one. I'm not the guru. You are the guru. So I'm only creating the field so that you can understand and remember that you are the one who knows. So that's why I fucking love my experiences, because I think it's and we have so much fun. Oh, also, I love food, right? I love eating. So I will always take you to the best places. And as I'm saying, because I'm really compassionate, but also like empathetic, I will never make you do anything that you don't want to do, or I will not force the situation. And even if it's a rainy day and we had the whole day at the beach planned, then I will change it. This is important. Life is perfect, right? So I don't plan like we're gonna do this and this and stick to the plan. No, I plan, but then I let life decide. So if it's a rainy day and we said we were going to go to the beach the whole day, I will change it, and maybe we'll have a tarot reading in the room, and then we will go and have a fancy dinner, you know? And the magic of it is that you will see that when we allow life to happen, everything turns into magic. When we stop like, it needed to be like this and I wanted it to be like that and it's not happening, so I'm frustrated, then we are not letting life surprise us. And this is the gem of my life itself, but then also the gem of the experiences that I share. That magic is everywhere. Magic is in the mundane moments, when we're brushing our teeth, when we are just having a regular, normal conversation. Magic. But then also when the sun is setting, when we really allow ourselves to feel the energy around us, holding us, embracing us, everything can be magic. So I think I said everything. Well, I think the last thing that I want to say is also that because I've been 10 years, not fully, but mostly in Tulum, so I know the best spots. But now that I've been in Bali for 2 years, I also know the best spots. So, and I've also been doing there these kind of experiences, and it's magical. 2 different sets, 2 different places, but surrounded by beautiful nature, and with me, and light spirit, and transformation, and all the good shit. So I really want to celebrate this, and I'm really proud that I'm finally like talking to you about what I do, because when everybody asks me like, and so what do you do? I'm like, how can I explain? But this is what I do. I do fucking incredible experiences for people to get to know themselves more, to enjoy life, and to like stimulate and grow this amount of delicious energy, cultivation of a solid ground that will allow them after this experience to make the life that they want. Because I do believe that we can all make the life of our dreams. And I really hope that this is inspiring and an example of that. Like, no matter the stories that you have in your head, you can always be who you want to be, right? Like, here was telling me like, you need to be a lawyer, and you need to, and here was like, just fucking go to the ocean and swim with Pollo Yoni. I miss Pollo Yoni. Gnocchi. I was yesterday in the ocean, and I can't help but just like thinking that she's next to me swimming. Bueno, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to this. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be sharing more of this. I love you.